won't let you know when I'm rolling it.
Gotcha.
I'll just decide when I'm rolling it. But there are, again, like the Dancer and the Rogue, they both have specific skills that I also roll a focus die to see if the enemy was distracted by your fancy blade work. If so, you have a higher chance. I'll roll 2 of the die to critical, which yellow's double, orange is triple, and reds are quadruple your damage. But enemies can do it as well.
Yeah.
So I've been working hard for days, and I'm having fun doing it. Don't think I'm not enjoying it. I'm very much enjoying it. I made a map on a whim with a free program that I'm going to buy probably before the day's over with, so I can use the 6,000 plus assets and the up to 4,000 something resolution, so it's extremely clear. I might even test out their world generation program that they've made recently that's in beta, that you choose an area of your map and you click generate and it'll randomly generate terrain, and if it's to my liking, cool. $25 for a year, and as much as I want to make maps, as much as I've been wanting to make maps for the campaign, sure.
Cool beans.
But yeah, so I can tell you classes, by the way, that will be available if you'd like to know all of the classes that will be available. I'll have to double check a bunch of my notes, but off the top of my head, your starter classes, you have Warrior, which is pretty much fully fleshed out in the optional classes. Rogue, Archer, Magician, because that's technically Magician, not Mage. Lancer, Barbarian, Medicine Man, Clergyman, and fuck, what was the last one? Book. All right. So somewhere underneath my stacks is a journal. There it is.
I want to be the medicine man. It's my turn with the brain cell.
All right, but the medicine man has 2 evolutionary paths. One is the shaman. Well, that's what the shaman is. The shaman goes from the shaman to the witch doctor, and then you also have the what did I call them? They're basically the healing path of that. And I also need to adjust something in the playable races. I found an old journal, as in I was like, maybe I checked my closet, and it was covered in so much dust that I started sneezing when I dusted it off.
Good job.
But I was right. Half humans isn't the only limit. It's half breeds or the half breed races, which is just basically all I have to do is replace the word human and put half breed there, because that was the customizable, like, I'm gonna make myself a sparkle dog race where you can choose 2 parent races and you can choose you acquire the perks from you acquire the race bonuses from both of them, but they're cut in half at half value. So if you wanted to go try and be uber strength, you go like orc and ogre, but you're not gonna get like over 40 fucking starting strength. You're gonna only get like 20 something.
Oh, right. Is there a special character sheet set up?
I haven't set that up yet because I've been spending all my time trying to flesh out the classes, which are much more important currently. Well, it's all equally important, but this is what I started working on. But I could probably take a minute here and gut our character sheet. Oh, not gut our character sheet, but create my own crappy layout of said character sheet.
Yeah, I was thinking I would create a spreadsheet or something that would calculate a lot of this stuff out, but that will be later when we're not doing this.
8.
Well, I just gotta. We're using PC character sheets for it, right?
Well, yeah, because the only thing that's NPC is things I control.
All right.
For the simplicity of it, there's no NPC PC. It's just all PC.
Okay. So
I mean, I might let you play an NPC for amusement. Like, say you could convince me for you to have something goofy in the background, and maybe I'll let it slide. Maybe.
You know,
Traveling.
Akane is going to something at some point.
Also, I will need Mega's input when they get here, if they get here. But Ivy has been talking with me every now and then, and what we were considering, this is, if you guys want, we can skip ahead to the future, so all of your old characters are settled in to 10 or so years down the road, or more.
Yeah.
I also need to add the Kitsura demi-human. I forgot to.
Kitsura, huh?
The Kitsura are their foxes, yeah, and they do have subspecies like every other one's. Remember, something that you need to remember for the game: don't ever call a demi-human a demi-human. Extremely racist.
So don't touch their ears.
Don't touch Fenris's ears. Just don't touch any of their ears, because sometimes it's an erotic gesture in like the Lapinara culture. Don't do that.
So don't reach up and pet the bunny. Gotcha.
Most of those bunnies are going to be taller than you.
Right?
Because I can just see Shadow. I can't reach. So tall. You do it. I want to pet the bunny. And there's just, no, stop. Strange.
You know, there's
strange
another place you
thing.
could pet the bunny.
I don't want to be humped that fast, that often.
Alright, I think I am just going to say fuck it.
Shadow's getting enough humps from Glycal as it is.
Well, he owed Glycal a debt, and he never paid it off.
And he did.
Alright, Kara.
Now he has, then Glycal has come to enjoy Shadow Booty.
Glycal will enjoy anything right now with that raging curse that can't. He will tame it eventually, probably, but right now it's like.
Must hump.
It exists, therefore, penis goes inside it. I just type egg instead of age. I'm okay then. Egg. Ah, yes, I too am egg.
Ah, yes, this is my egg.
This is my egg. Am 400 years in egg.
How many egg?
Yeah. What is thy egg? I can't type. Leave me alone. My brain, it's all used up from doing other stuff.
Just don't worry about it, because remember when I was reading you and Durga's story? About
Annie
Shadow?
Ariote.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember the Annie Ariote incident.
It was like a serious, like, somber moment.
And then his brain, but it wasn't his fault. His brain just had an aneurysm or a seizure, and it's like, Annie, are you okay?
Are you okay, Dr. Preston?
If you need to ask
Are you
Annie
okay?
if they're
Oh,
okay
yeah.
30 times, I don't think they're okay.
Yeah, are you okay, Dr. Crescent?
Yeah.
That's okay. No, I have no room to talk. I was riding home from town, talking to my mom, asking her about like her just how she does like the Hulu and the Disney Plus. She does it with these, Apple cards, because you can put everything on your Apple Wallet, because with the cult of Apple, businesses are like, hey, yeah, sure, fuck it, it's easier for you to pay us money. But I mean, I wouldn't complain as a business either if I could just take people's Apple money and pay for for my services rendered. Because Apple's everywhere. It's a fucking big ass brand. One thing Steve Jobs was good at was marketing. May he rest his may he rest in peace.
May he rest his peace.
I honestly don't think that Tim Cook would be very long for this world if Steve Jobs was still alive. Because Steve Jobs was extremely inclusive, but a reasonable person. And as much as Apple has become a boys' club, an exclusive club that's anti anything that's not their agenda, Steve Jobs didn't like that. He kind of, fired half of his staff for that twice. And unlike everybody else, he would admit that he would be nowhere without Bill Gates, because Bill Gates gave him $2 billion to stay afloat. But Steve Jobs made good on his promise and paid Microsoft back. They said he would pay him back. I'll give Steve Jobs that one thing. While the man wasn't a very highly innovative person solely himself, and he apparently smelled horrible because he didn't believe in body odor, which the rest of the people around the office at the time will tell you he fucking stunk. One thing that he did believe in is, making good on a promise. And I say may he rest in peace because the man went a tragic way. He died much younger than anybody had expected of pancreatic cancer, which is a bitch of a way to go. So,
One of the newest shower thoughts says, apologies to all authors and movies for thinking trained security guards would never be dumb enough to let insert here past them.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, to be fair, to be fair, I don't think anybody expected the entire cast of Fallout New Vegas to show up. I was just waiting for that dude to be like, "Habe the Kaiser!"
Caesar's Legion, my guy. Or is it the NCR?
Bro, no, that's Caesar's. I was straight up waiting to just hear, just because I've played so much and I've heard this in the distance as they ran at me angrily with their swords. I was just waiting to hear "Die, profligate" from the background. It's like, oh shit, the fucking Legion is here.
Oh my god, the Legion!
They're here. Run.
Bruh. Okay, like they don't portray them well in New Vegas's gameplay because of the sheer stupidity of that engine when it comes to melee versus ranged AI. But the Legion beats the NCR frequently because they use ancient Roman military tactics that the NCR doesn't know a lot about, because the NCR, really all they have going for them is the military tactics of like city and coastline defense the National Guards of California had. That's not discrediting California or the National Guard, because them fucking puddle pirates will kick your ass. But it's the fact that Caesar was a follower of the apocalypse, and he found tribes in them that knew about the Romans and about the old world military tactics of encirclement, ambushes, and false retreats. And that's how he kills people who have rifles. He kills them with tactics. And lots of men. Because he practices asymmetrical warfare, which, if you ask any general, is a pain in the ass to fight against. Ugh. All right, so there's name, age, gender, race, class. All right. I'm gonna give you heights and weights too. Don't go too heavy, or I might be like, "Ha, fatty." Nah, actually, they're
I might be half fatty.
yeah.
I weigh 400 pounds. You're a bird. Yes.
Birds are heavy.
What? iPhone, iPad, iPod, iPad.
iPhone, iPad, iPhone, I smack. That is a forward slash. That is a shift. That is a comma. That's the period.
That's the period.
There it is.
There it is.
Ah!
I'm doing. Yes, another misspell, guys. Instead of strength, I typed strength. SRENGH.
Strength.
Ah, fuck! I just typed ignore all. I meant to type it correct. Strength. Strength.
Just get a scrimp.
Scrimp. My family and them like scrimp, but that's fine. I don't know. I don't know why I'm putting a bunch of the. Fuck this. I can't put the underscores at this point. Let's just put brackets. Fill it in. You fill it in, you son of a bitch. You fill in your own paper sheet.
According to some old myths, birthmarks show where you got killed in your last life.
I
have
got
birthmarks.
killed by my left elbow.
Oh, fuck. I mean, yeah. I mean, there's arteries up in there. They probably stabbed you in the ear with your own bone or something.
Somebody replied, I have birthmarks on both sides of my head. I think I was speared. Nope, you were shot. When your sergeant says duck, you don't respond with where. And then the guy replied again, I hope I got to see the duck before I died.
Bro, if that's the case, man, I gotta have died horribly because my birthmark is a remnant of the fact that my lung collapsed as a baby and my heart fell because of it. So they had to rush me to the ER. So I have like underneath my right pec, I've still got the scar tissue from when they cut me as a baby. So that's technically my birthmark.
Oh no.
So you got
That's
punched
not
in the
technically
chest
a
so
birthmark,
hard.
that's a scar.
Well, you know what? I was a premature baby, therefore it was a birthmark because the 9th month of my existence rolled around after I was born. So therefore, yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a couple of birthmarks. Like I've got one on like the side of my bicep. It's basically right where you would get a fucking tattoo.
That's how you died.
Actually, I don't know. I think I do have like blemishes somewhere that I can't explain. I think one's on like the back of my neck. So fucking Viet Cong.
Yeah, I think I got one like on the back of my neck or back of my head, just kind of right in that area somewhere. I haven't seen it myself.
You're right.
And then I guess I've got a super faint one that's just basically faded away. It was more visible when I was young, but I can't see it now. But anyway, it's like
Fade
on one of
away!
my
Sorry.
eyelids.
Sorry about that. I'm an idiot. Don't judge me. Fucking listen to me here, you mother. I will fuck you. I still love that. It has become my favorite threat. When Glycol is so pissed he can't think of, because he's very, very astute. He's an educated person and he's got a very interesting grammar list of a lexicon of information he likes to spout when he's angry. But when he's so fucking frustrated that the only thing he says is, I will fuck you. Strength, dexterity, endurance, wisdom, intelligence, constitution, and will, and charisma. Ah, I see. Crap.
Why are like the little pet crabs so cute?
Because nature keeps turning everything into crabs.
And every new
I'm not
vegetable is actually.
I mean, yeah.
Fucking cauliflower, mustard, broccoli.
Alright, well, I can't do
Mustard.
brackets. I'm just gonna leave
Kale.
them blank and you can fill them in.
Asparagus.
Mustard. It all comes from the same primordial plant, just like we all come from the same.
Cabbage.
Yeah. We all technically actually come from New Zealand, by the way, not Africa. Found that out.
Really? How'd they figure that?
Because when it was one of the supercontinents where life propagated, before it like split a little bit, like after it, Zealandia hadn't fully fell, and part of it was still attached as Africa. So because of that, when we were born, we must not have noticed it. As a species, go figure, because we were stupid and there were only like 50 of us, and we were all somewhere else.
Still,
But
you know, fish.
yeah. All right. So strength.
This new action that it actually happened in that period. A lot of nutrients that are required for
drank them
life
all.
are actually destroyed.
Because we drank all of the river.
It's ain't funny no more. It's not funny anymore. Goddammit.
Hilarious. Fucking Willie.
I'm pretty sure that's been edited a little bit.
Oh yeah, that has been.
Yeah,
Or a lot.
I've seen the original. He didn't have anything on it. Now, he did have the painted face and the helmet thing on, but he didn't have any of the tattoos.
the tattoos. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like I'm pretty sure
But it's
those
still
tattoos
funny.
are just all
But
added
to be
on.
fair, Willie is a Scotsman, so they spend most of their time shirtless like us Irishmen.
Yeah.
Why am I still wearing a shirt? Speaking of, I'm
Why we got such hairy chests?
yeah, that's true.
Like, we don't need no shirts.
Yeah, I don't. I grow my own fucking
Breathe
shirt.
it
What do you want?
And you grow
Yeah.
your
No,
own
those are
shirt.
covered too. It's all fur.
I'd like to point out that Argentina, or that Berlaxia is technically the size of Argentina.
Relaxia is as big as Argentina.
Berlaxia is big, yeah. Fucking dude, Numantia covers as much ground as Russia.
Jesus.
That's why it's united. That's why it's kingdoms. Dominions. I've been making this gesture. Squeeze together.
Squeeze
These together.
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 I might just cut out intimidation and physicality rolls. Well, no, because they're still used as the same kind of check.
They're still. I mean, I don't know how many
Yeah,
changes you're making to them.
I'm not
Remember.
touching those rules at all. All of the stuff I'm making for this is going in its own folder that can be kept there. And if you ever want, if it's ever interested to anybody, present it as additional content of a homebrew setting. And I'm not adding every single thing that I've ever thought of for this story. I'm adding like the basic package of stuff that I wrote the first. I'm basically finding the oldest journals to tell me how recent the ideas are. You know, the ones that have the slightly yellowed paper.
Yeah, though.
You good? Okay, you're good. That way I can like add other classes and other locations and stuff as extra content down the road. Big brain microtransactions.
The Gunslinger.
Yeah, that's still a
Sure.
class.
Yeah, even in the homebrew, there is a class that's ranged that deals solely with firearms.
It's a very
dangerous.
expensive class.
Yeah, it's also not one of the classes that'll be included in the document the first time.
Oh.
But look, when you can deal life point damage right away, that's kind of a problem.
I am aware, Ferris.
That's if you choose some of our stuff. And choose the shit I've been coming up with because I'm a crackhead. I get to watch you squirm and wiggle around and be weird.
We gotta learn the system.
Mm-hmm.
I am bulletproof.
Oh my god, I'm acid proof. Fuck you.
I'm also considering perhaps a kitty cat.
You want to be more furry bait?
I was thinking kitty cat furry bait.
All right, but like
furry bait.
actual demi-humans who have the feline features, are you just gonna be one of those people? Which it is common because there is a market for it. It's a world where people have desires and body images that take a bunch of the technically illegal potions to turn themselves into full-on stuff.
Yeah, I
Just
was
like a
gonna go
feral
for like
cat.
the Felis. I was
Oh
thinking.
no, like
Felis familiaris.
I mean, you can go feral if you want, but no, it's like there's a black market for potions that basically turn whoever drinks them like full anthro. That's why you can't trust it sometimes. Sometimes they'll just give you shit like, all right, you paid for Prime Wolf. Here's a bottle of Prime Wolf, and you drink it, and it turns out they gave you like fucking carp or something.
Jacarp. 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 Sorry.
Fine.
I just remembered this animation somebody did, or it was either an animation or a comic. Might have been just a comic. But anyway, this guy ends up with he starts off as a brand new Pokemon trainer and all that, and he has to pick a starter Pokemon, and he's like he has no idea what to do, so he looks around and he points at a Magikarp. I'll take that one. And everybody's like, "Are you sure?" And so he takes his Magikarp and he's carrying the thing around. And he's like, "Oh, I'm so happy I got my Magikarp, my buddy," all that, and so he goes around, and then some wild Pokemon attacks him and all that. And so he just takes the Magikarp, swings it by the tail, and beats the other Pokemon to death. And then finally, after enough of that, it turns into a Gyarados.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, yeah! And he's riding the Gyarados around.
Oh fuck, agility. That's a super important stat.
Agility.
Yeah.
Agility.
Oh, agility.
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 Yeah. Agility is a stat that so basically, here's an easy way to think of the weapons. Every single double-edged sword, i.e. every European sword, axe and hammer, strength. Every short sword, dagger, stiletto, chinkade, anything that's a smaller class of sword or large dagger, not the messer, because we know it's knife, but that's not a knife.
That's not
That's
a
a big
knife.
Yeah.
Very big knife.
I love Germans. It's like, well, it's called the messer, which means knife. Oh, okay, so they want, here's the text for the knife. Oh, let me see your knife. That's not a knife. No, that is a knife. Messer. See, right here. Messer.
It's a knife. The hilt is constructed like a knife. See, we drilled through it. How does it make it a
Yep.
knife?
Yes, it does. No, it doesn't. Yes, it does. No. But and agility is essentially all pole arms, because if you think about it, it requires more of an agile body to make full effect of a halberd or a spear.
It
Because you
kind
got to
of
be
requires
fast.
both, really.
Yeah.
It's like you got to
Well,
be skilled with it, but you also have to be strong enough to operate.
Yeah, obviously everybody has a base level of strength required to wield the weapon. But for game balance, and that is kind of how, that's the only way you can actually effectively fight with a pole arm against somebody with a sword, is you have to be faster than them, because they have a shorter weapon, but they also have a much wieldier weapon.
I mean, once you get past the tip, a lot of stop being so effective.
Yeah.
Also knows.
Exactly.
It's like, oh, you think you're safe now?
No.
Whack.
Now there
So
will
you
still
begin
be
to
like,
whack.
there'll be certain weapons that are hybrids, like a katana is both an agility and dexterity based weapon because of the nature of how katanas operate as a sword. They're not about overpowering strikes, they're about very fast, precise cuts at high speeds. That's what their whole thing is, just quickly, precisely slicing the shit out of somebody to pieces. Even if you look at all the old books, I mean, it requires much more of a I mean, that's why Bushido, calm minds, and all that. And then you got Europeans, just bigger sword, easier to cut through your body with.
As long as
I'll
it
cut through
doesn't
you and your horse.
bend in half, yeah.
Yeah. But this way, you guys will be able to achieve ridiculous speeds. I want to see you guys anime fight NPCs. Now, there's going to be a lot of trash mobs, obviously, because that's the nature of a good balanced game. But when you do get somebody named, I'm going to ask for all of your levels to make sure. I'm just telling you right now to make sure I accidentally didn't send one of the 2 high level ones after you, because there's a
It's
lot
like,
of
what
named
level are you? Oh, this is your level? Oh yeah. You're gonna die.
Okay.
I
All right.
sent the wrong guy after
So
you.
he suddenly isn't interested, even though you sat there and you stole his horse and pissed on it.
He said, "You know what? Fuck it. You're not worth it." The brand new knight, all excited after being knighted. "What is my first task, my lord?" "Or to clean out the basement. It's filthy down." Oh, and take these war criminals as your combined for.
Yes, I forwarded that one to you guys.
Go slay the dragon. Comes back later with an egg. I said slay the dragon, not lay the dragon.
All right. So I have okay. So endurance. So how endurance and will and constitution work? Endurance, stamina, will, magic, or mana, constitution is health. Now, um, they all work the same. Will, constitution, and endurance will work the same. You will gain because as you naturally have out a passive regen out of combat. Your base regen for simplicity will just be 10 every 10 minutes. For every additional what is it, 15 will, and this goes for HP, stamina, and mana. For every 15 additional will, constitution, or endurance you have, that is 5 additional points outside of combat. Inside, your HP is reduced to 1 point every 6 seconds, i.e., every turn, plus 1 additional point for every 15 you have. I did it like that. That way, everybody would have equal resources with equal regen, but as you level up, it'll be easier to regen, obviously, but you'll still have to think, fuck, this is a lot. And your mana and stamina is tied to your bar. I need it to be 1 point, not 1 point. It's technically 2 times your level, which we could probably stat that really easy in the sheet. Now that I think about it. Bless you. I'll have Ivy work. Ivy, can you operate on that dock?
Which one?
The level sheet where we got all the stuff. Like one of those rows. One row needs to be mana. One row needs to be stamina. Stamina has the same variable as health, i.e., it's not health. It's 1.5 times your level, and mana is 2 times because mana is a much more intensive resource. You're gonna burn through it a lot. I mean, there's just like with just one skill in here that I have for a mage class going on. For each additional part of this spell you summon, that's 50 mana that you have to pay. Of course, you can do up to like 300 additional things in it, or 300 additional of this thing. It's really low damage and it stacks up.
It's loading up. I hope. So, what exactly are you wanting me to do to the thing here?
Okay, so you know how we have. Here, let me open it and I'll explain it.
Do you realize that access did not?
Shut the fuck up. That
I'm
was
sorry,
in my...
can't do that.
Alright, so you've got HP, AT, and EXP. So, like, in the F column, just mana. And we'll have that. What is the value of this? D2. Just have it be like, mana is 2 times your level, so your level, 1, you're going to have it's like your health, but it's a higher value. So you'll have 2,000 mana at level 1, which seems like a lot until you realize that some things
2,000?
consume
You said 2.
Yes. I'm sorry. At 2, you will never be able to cast a spell,
I was like,
even at the
okay,
lowest
it's like,
level. But yeah, you know what I mean with the how we have it scaling up. Ivy has the big brain. She knows how to do all the fancy clickety-clacks. I'm getting the character sheet together. I'm explaining things.
all right, do this. Really wish that I could do this better. I see. Can I do it? Wow.
I'm using numbers when it comes to like the important things, like the 5 additional this and that, so people can't say, "Oh, I misread that." How'd you misread a number, motherfucker? I've created a module. I've been enjoying this, by the way, so don't think I'm not. I've been having a blast doing this. It feels fun. Why do I find this fun? Maybe because I'm an idiot.
Okay. So that one's that. So did that automatically update when I changed that?
Yes, it did.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. I wasn't sure if there was a way to just like click save
Yeah.
or just every time I change something.
Yeah, you're gonna have a lot of mana at level 1000. Again, how I describe it. You get to level 1000, you fucking earned it. The XP between levels is still obscene. I mean, it hasn't like gotten easier. To go from level 1 to level 2, you're still gonna have to do. I think it was 4. I made it 4 times your level, so 4000 XP. Then 2 is 8 or.
And so this XP column, this EXP, what is that?
That XP column is XP earned when you murder them.
Okay.
I should
Okay.
put
I'm gonna change it real quick here.
a
There.
and the next I just scrolled over and I see a little pink icon. And that one will be stamina. And it's 1.75. Can we do that in a sheet?
Yep.
I'm assuming we can. It's 1.75 your level. So or your it's like your HP, but you know the math crap. I'm not good with numbers.
Okay. So 1.75 times it?
Yes, because it's 1.75 times everything there. Because your health is, I think it'll be the same value as your health. If I do the
Okay,
math right.
so would it be 1750 times?
Uh,
Look
I'm
at the
just trying
numbers
to do a
and
bunch.
see what you're thinking there.
Okay, that's a too low. No, because the lowest stamina cost that we have is going to be.
I'm putting in what you tell me here.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to. All right, I'm gonna close this document and open it back up in a second. This one is.
All right.
So are you wanting the
memorized the
stamina at
rules.
level 1 to be 1750?
Yes.
So 1750 times it. Problem
I'm a
solved.
dumb.
Stop being a dumb.
Listen here. No. Fuck. I reserve the right as an American to be stupid.
What happened? Fuck, did it just fucking unclick? God damn it.
Oh no.
This is why we're doing a server.
I accidentally clicked my right mouse wheel instead of scrolling, and it just is like,
Rip.
okay, we're done scrolling. Enter.
I may be generous and make it so your base stamina and stamina, will, and HP regenerated in combat is a value of a whole 5 points a turn. Woo!
Ew.
Ah! Ah! Yeah, that'll be 185 damage times 7. Me pulling out another character sheet in agony.
Okay. Stamina. What was the other? Fuck. Can't remember the names of these resources.
Okay, well, I'll change it to 100 stamina since your base will. Okay, out of combat only. Which one?
The optional classes.
Oh god, no, there's a lot to go. What kind of class are you thinking? Like, what playstyle? Healer?
So the playstyle I want to do is I want to have a really character that's good at dashing through occupied spaces and not getting attacked, but I also want them to deal damage at like sort of a mid-range. I was thinking since they only have the one arm that they could use a sling in that hand to help hurl javelins a little bit further. And then they have basically a bone saw with a hammerhead on one end that they could sling like one end of the sling to turn a soft weapon, like a meteor hammer sort of thing, if they need to.
Okay, well, the dance, or well, you'd want to start as rogue and learn to be a dancer, which is actually really early on. 'Cause that's how it is. Like, you start really early as a babu with like the classes like warrior, rogue, and so on. But then you'll get like classes your medium one. But starting at that really won't give you too much advantage. They don't really do. If you just look at that document and scroll up and just look at the 2 branches of the warriors evolutions, they don't do a lot of damage, and both of those don't do nearly as much as the mage or the barbarian's evolutions. Trust me, the fucking barbarian, which it's got the it goes barbarian, it branches off into 2 paths: berserker and then war chief, or reaver and then what's known as a blood lord. And Bloodlords basically get stronger the lower their HP value, and they can give themselves or get themselves a passive HP regen reduction. And for a percentage of HP missing, they get a bonus to all attacks. Because they're basically like masochists on steroids. They really like pain, but they want to share the love.
Well, that's cool, but this character isn't built for damage. They're more so built to get over to people who are damaged and heal them. Shaman-y and stuff. And if they need to do damage, then that's where, spiritualism comes in. Okay, help me out here, ghost arm.
Okay, well, probably the dancer and just the rogue itself with quick step, you can literally normal attacks, as long as you keep paying the ramping stamina cost, you can continue to evade attacks. But that will take up your attack and movement action. But it's a free attack dodge. And once you stop using it, you have to wait the 6 turns. You have to wait. Basically, I hope people understand that once you stop using the abilities when the cooldown starts ticking. But some people are like, but it says here, you fucking try and rules lawyer me and I'll cut your cock. Nah,
Okay,
but rules lawyers are sometimes there to help you, I know.
Some of them have good. Others are trying to find.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's when you stop using a skill, the timer starts.
Yeah, because some skills are, when they've been activated, there's... I just see fucking Fuda bulges in one of the... God damn it, Ivy.
Come on, this is a Christian channel.
No, it's in the Telegram one. I just opened it up and just see workout bulges.
Yeah, that's kind of hot.
I do believe. Yes.
I thought people would appreciate those.
Yes.
Not gonna show it on YouTube, but
No.
it's hot.
Of course.
But I know you guys well. I knew you'd like them.
I mean, any hermaphrodite-esque and indiscriminate sex and hot.
All right, now the beautiful thing about having typed out the endurance thing, I can just copy it, and because it's all the same as the will and constitution, I can just paste and then replace the keywords. Big brain. This is why I made everybody's equal values so I can do less work, and because I thought it'd be just fair. I'm gonna make health regeneration outside of combat at like 125, so people feel special. It's gonna be pointless, but it's the comfort sensation that matters.
Some big.
Yeah, these are some very big numbers, but if you remember the health bars, natural defense, not counting armor defense, combat defense from enemy abilities, so on and so
We're
forth.
still using those.
Well, yeah, because that's a very valuable trait. That'll explain how things are harder to kill as they go up in level. They just have natural defense. The most natural defense you'll have to get through is a whole 500. Oh no. It's the skills you gotta worry about. This is a very skill-intensive homebrew.
Mhm.
Now, mind you, we're not starting the next session today. This is just me. I'm getting the sheet ready here. I'm gonna send it to you. And then we're gonna do a little wrap-up thing about where you guys want to live in the game, what you want to do, who you want to talk to.
We're Mega.
Where Mega?
Don't know. He
might
like
be at
said
work
something
still.
earlier today. He maybe at work still, yeah, because of the COVID has been reducing everybody's work numbers. Because everybody's he might also be having to get his shots today or something.
The military's big on getting them shots.
Yeah, when you went to
Civilian
Korea, you had
or-
to get a bunch of shots that you didn't even have fucking a say in or information on what they were. They just told you need these, soldier.
Yeah, I know I had to get
Get in line,
A
soldier.
lot
get
of
the
venereal diseases.
I had to get a shot. I had to get him a vaccine for smallpox or whatever it was. It wasn't actually a shot. They just took like this sharp little fork and they like jabbed my shoulder with it a bunch of times in one spot.
And you're like, ow, 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 ow.
Yeah. I remember they said we're gonna have to jab you 21 times with this sharp little fork here.
Oh, it's rabies.
No.
Oh,
You know how many times they give you a shot for rabies?
No, it wasn't a shot though. It wasn't shots. And it made like one like big bubble on my shoulder, like one big like red spot. And it itched.
Oh, it could have just been an allergen test.
It wasn't an allergen test. I'm telling you, it was like smallpox or something.
Dude, if it was smallpox, you would have had the shits the next day.
God. Here, hold on. Where's my medical record?
Fuck, I don't know. They'll tell you. They have to tell you.
Let me find my medical record. It's somewhere in my medical record. Aha! Here's my
It's
medical
good that you
record.
actually have that on you at all times. It's very good that you have that on you.
I gotta get another copy of my DD-214. I don't know what happened to that.
I stole it.
Then give it back. I need that.
Yeah.
No, fuck you.
Alright, let's see. Okay, let's see. Hep A, Hep B,
Hep 4, Hep 27, Hep 3.
typhoid.
Oh, that's a Yeah, that was probably the getting stabbed in the arm is for
No,
typhoid.
here it is. Here it is right here. Vaccine. Prophylactic need against smallpox.
Oh yeah, because
Huh?
people don't know smallpox can be transmitted venereally.
Let's see. Prophylactic need arthropod-borne viral encephalitis.
Basically scorpions.
Oh.
Shit that's all over Korea. I think. Is it them or is it horseshoe crabs? Oh, crabs! Okay, yeah, no, it's invertebrates like crustaceans and stuff. Okay, yeah, that's definitely why. Because crabs have a lot of parasites, and it's not uncommon for people in Korea to get encephalopathy from shellfish that they eat because of said parasites. So they were giving you your vaccinations. Basically, they were giving you anti-parasitic injections to prevent the possible. Did you eat a lot of seafood while you were there?
Yes.
Yeah, you can thank the U.S. government for you not shitting yourself to death or having a brain aneurysm.
Oh, and I was also told not to drink the tap water.
Never
even
drink
by
the tap water.
locals.
Yes, exactly. Because of the crustaceans and the parasites.
Yeah.
Oh, and because there is kind of a myth that North Korea has been trying to poison South Korea for like 30 years, and they think that they wouldn't suspect that given the history that the two have. I do like how Kim Jong-un has actually asked America and the rest of like the world for
the vaccine.
vaccinations. Yeah, for the vaccine, despite saying that they
Even
have no
though-
cases.
Yeah.
I mean, we will still help because nobody should have to fucking suffer from a disease. I just think it's funny.
Exactly, because it's the right thing to do.
It's the right thing to do. You're welcome. Now, there
Now
are
you
some
owe us.
people-
Stop being closed.
No,
America
they
just
need to.
rocks up with some offshore fucking barrage tanks.
Listen, what? You know what? If we have any, why don't we just do that to our enemies? Why don't we just send the Fallout LARPers just on a boat?
Open the country. Stop being closed.
Being closed.
We'll force them to
I'm
open
fucking-
3 ports.
I'm getting really worried about like Taiwan though, because like they've been closed for so long, and they're a small country.
They've been
I don't know how
bullied
much.
by China this whole time, and people just kind of forgot.
No, well, we've been helping where we can, and Korea and Japan have helped where they can, but they've been closed like a shitload because the guy was really paranoid, but he saved a lot of people's lives and stayed closed for a really long time.
Here's my blood donor card.
Yeah, I've been looking for that.
I have.
For that?
I
Let's
was
see, it's,
thinking for my drugs. I mean,
My blood type is O positive.
Mine too.
They couldn't figure
pretty sure-
mine out.
pretty sure half the planet is O positive.
Yeah, it's the most common one. I don't know how common, but I know it's the most common.
Why is there a debug log?
I don't know. I looked at it and I'm like, what? It can't find a file? What do you mean?
I mean, how does the debug log get into my folder?
I don't know.
Well, okay, I have a theory. You're the moderator and I'm the narrator, so obviously when you make a document, it needs a debug.
There you
Maybe
go.
that's what happened when I fucking accidentally clicked my scroll wheel as I was trying to scroll down.
Ah, yeah, okay.
Does it say who
Alright, so
made it?
there... By the way, guys, if you're a clergyman, you don't use spells, use incantations.
Cool.
I'm gonna be a shaman?
You would use wisdom as one of your main stats, then.
Yay.
Because they incant, because it's a religious thing. And you don't have to be like, Ave in glorios name or anything, or in nomine Patri et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. Actually, there's not a Christianity here, but there's their version of Christianity. But it's like, it's a unification type where they believe that there are no sects of it. It's all one religion. And they're trying to convince all the other religions peacefully for the most part, and tell the Empress gets pissed off or somebody and decides that, you know what, you will worship our version of the same god.
Okay, so it's
okay.
they're doing the peace thing.
They're being very patient.
Yeah.
Here's my paper saying that I got migraines.
Close your damn browser so I can delete this thing.
Oh,
Wait, who, me?
Delete for everyone there. I don't know, whoever was using it.
I wasn't using anything.
Yeah.
I'm looking through
I got rid
physical
of it.
paper files.
Closed that I had open.
That's the holy brobel.
This is the Bibble.
But
You question the word of the mighty Jimmy?
Jimmy!
but what do you think of that weapon? Just like a flailing around bone saw.
Yeah, that would technically be a dexterity agility weapon. You need to move fast enough to hit yourself, and you need to move quick and finesse enough. But yeah, dexterity is thievery and finesse. I combined stealth, disguise, and stealth and disguise into thievery because thievery also includes lockpicking and pickpocketing, and you have to be very dexterous for that.
Yeah, you do. I don't know if you've ever tried to pick a lock before. It's a pain in the ass.
Oh, and then there's
Yes,
charisma
it
also
is.
plays into that. I need to go back. Somebody please remind me at some point to go to the playable races and add just to everything that has agility as a starting bonus. To remind you that also counts as the because it's just strength and agility both play into physicality, but strength, its secondary thing is it's an intimidation, whereas agility is all your movement. Dexterity is your thievery and your finesse. Most doctors have a high dexterity stat because they have to be very good with finesse to not
Very
accidentally
precise.
nick your arteries.
They wouldn't be doctors if they didn't have high dexterity.
Yeah. You know, I have a low dexterity.
This is why I'm a field
And
doctor.
what did we learn?
Well, the good news is I know a necromancer who pays. He takes anything for payment, literally anything. Come on, grab your child.
Grab your child.
You didn't need this kidney, right?
Well, listen, that's your dead husband. We can make him your not dead husband. You can make another child. Boom. It's a zero-sum game. Okay, so there's wisdom. Intelligence is basically the same thing. So, intelligence is responsible for all knowledge.
Intelligence is responsible for books. Wisdom is responsible for smarts.
Yep.
Oh shit.
Yes, you are correct. Wisdom is responsible for perception, and intelligence is responsible for. I remembered a thing when.
Oh.
I remember.
Oh, it's expired.
Oh, and here's how it works. Because of how high your stuff gets, every 4 points. This is your base scaling, so everybody feels like the effort they put into it matters. Because I know as a gamer how we are. It's for all of the stats that scale passively. Every 4 points, wisdom, intelligence, strength, dexterity, and agility, which are the damaging stats technically. That is 4. It's a 4-to-1 ratio. 4 points, 1 damage.
Okay.
Achievement.
And then charisma. Now, charisma is probably my favorite.
My PT test.
Charisma is solely your persuasion stat. Or head itches.
Why dost thou forehead itch?
That'd be me. I'm scratching.
I share the brain with the foxhole, and together our two brains equal one functional adult.
It's how basically how the narrator
Maybe.
share resources.
Yep.
Why the moderator's been pretty quiet last.
Oh, by the way, charisma. I played with the idea, but I never did it. But it used to in my head. The more charismatic you are, the more destructive your poisons were.
Really?
Yeah, it was just a joke. But it also does affect barter.
Oh god, I forgot about this section. So I'm just scrolling through the Asian expansion, before we add stats to start refining it and stuff, and I get to Japan, it's like 152 instances. It's like, oh, right.
Why are there so many goldfish?
Like,
Listen here, all right. I was the one who had to do a lot of the find ways. It's like Dark's like, hey, can you do me a favor? I'm like, sure, I'll help. Can you find where these creatures live? Little helpless me, unawares. Sure. Me after it. You weren't there, man. You weren't there.
The fucking frogs, man, the frogs!
don't cite the ancient magics to me. I was there when they were written.
They were written. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, but
By the way,
China, casually, just 15, real simple number. Japan, 157
157 what?
creatures. Individual, unique monsters, and then there's yokai on top of that. Fucking Japan could be a module all on its fucking own, I swear.
It really
I
could.
hate right.
I thought it was kind of fun being a Kumiho in Japan. That was
Well,
an
it'll be a
interesting-
Katsura here. You're
Yeah.
a Katsura now.
The
Yeah, if you
Katsura
do want to
was
play the
usually-
race that, like, even Shadow actually wouldn't be able to be Shadow. This world will forcibly shape him into the most acquiesceable form that it can think of.
No, it's my turn to be Shadow. This time I'm going to be
What?
playing the most helpful, pleasant character I can muster, and then it's your job as the DM to make sure all of the bad things happen to them.
Yeah, I will.
Okay, agreed.
I'm
So what am I gonna
wondering
turn
what
into,
Shadow
then?
would become. Maybe he'd end up as a dragon.
It'd probably make him a dragon or a lizardkin. He doesn't have any,
I think the
Pronounce-
aliens are closer to
More.
Lizardkin.
Yeah.
They're more of that, feral, basic mindset.
Alright, so the coinage is fairly simple. Basic currencies are iron, bronze, silver, gold, platinum, iridium, and osmium.
Iridium.
Iridium.
Yes!
Why?
Ain't that a little radioactive?
I mean... Actually, I don't remember. Oh, iridium radioactivity.
If it's alpha radioactive, it's fine. If it's anything else, it's not.
Just don't eat it if it's alpha.
Okay. There is a version of iridium. Iridium 192 is a gamma wave emitter.
Ah,
Okay.
and it has a half-life of 74 days.
Ah, yes, okay.
That's
Actual, iridium is skin, low hazard for usual industrial handling. Ingestion may cause irritation of the digestive tract. Well, it's a metal! Of course it will fuck with your digestive
This is
tract.
why you don't ingest coins.
That's why you don't eat change. That's
I
why you-
shat blood.
I have dollaria.
Technically, God damn it.
You close your eyes.
That's been everywhere. With all kinds of things. With America disappearing, with Europe disappearing, with China disappearing, with 2021 going back to 2020.
2020
2020.
challenge mode.
It's 2020 round 2.
For Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah. Huh, I found my I Love Me book.
I love you too.
No,
I
it's
also
a book.
love me.
It's
I
a
love
book
me the
that I had
most.
to. It's a book that I have to make. I had to make. It's all my army papers, like all my achievements, all the papers that I received while I was in the army.
Fuck, I forgot we did. The fucking
What did we do?
the fucking phylum list. God, that was so much.
Ah!
Oh god, so many fish.
Yeah, like this. Equipment operator's qualification record, except aircraft.
You're not
I
allowed
am.
to touch the magic flying box.
Yeah, I was able to drive pretty much anything else except the whirly birds and the zoomy birds.
You the whirly burlies?
I got to fly in a whirly bird and shoot a minigun.
Sweet. I guess just. All right. So one of the interesting things about iridium is it comes in like 7 colors, and my favorite is actually like a very pretty purplish color.
It fucking does?
It
Oh
does?
God, yeah.
I thought it was a
Like the-
silvery gray, like every other damn metal on
Well,
this rock.
no. See, this is the thing. This is the really, really weird thing about iridium. Okay, iridium has a blue shade that I don't know when it happens, but it is such like they're the main colors that it turns. There's the normal silver, all right, base silver. But when you add other things to it, which are natural things found in the earth, it can be pink, black, dark blue, or like a shiny chromy blue.
Oh, so it changes colors based on impurities, like quartz and silver and
Yeah.
okay.
The one that you guys will handle is a dark purple color. I don't remember what mixes. I think it's cobalt that mixes with iridium, and it makes a slight amount of it causes impurities that make it very purplish, and it's very pretty. It's like a glossy dark purple.
So what mixes with iridium to make it gamma emit?
That's an isotope.
Oh, it
It's
just
an isotope.
becomes unstable. Oh.
Yeah, it's to be fair, fucking something as simple as nitrogen can technically become unstable.
Yeah, but if nitrogen becomes unstable, that you have other things to worry about.
Like the world exploding.
Hey, you're not far off.
I know I'm not far off. That's why I said it.
All right, gonna get this link.
Fucking
Ivy's like, ooh, I got a notification. It's time to look at things.
hydrogen, the most basic building block of the universe. It's fucking what is it? That state where two atoms will sit next to each other because they can both
I
see an
named you.
electron and they're fucking pleased about it. But as soon as you
Uh.
break that bond, it's an extremely exothermic reaction and it creates fucking water. Just, I'm going to make water. From what? Fire.
All right, guys, dark cast, Control V, wrong Control V, game, damn it!
Oh god. Control Z.
Ah, no!
Control Alt Z.
Alt F4.
Did you
Copy
copy the right
link.
thing? Or the
I
wrong
copied the
thing?
right thing. I copied the right thing, but hold on. All right, there we go. Try that. But if you close your eyes, ew,
Character sheet.
look at it. That's pretty much all the relevant information I need to give
With
you.
your special eyes. Look with your special eyes.
Osmond.
All right, I don't know. There's such a huge gap between that section of Constitution. That was not that big on when I was editing it. So I'm gonna try and get to the bottom of why there's a 7-foot gap there. Open Word for the web.
I don't see a huge gap beneath it. It's just a different page.
I don't know why it went down to a different page. It's
If you
you
hit
know,
the enter button
never mind.
underneath, big space.
I didn't. I just
Jump.
typed. I guess it. You know what? Well, it's on another page. There we go.
Oh well.
That's all the relevant information I can give everybody. Does that make sense? Does it not make sense?
Makes sense.
I think so.
What is
fuck.
this?
All right. Well, there's an error with will. It still has stamina in there because I wasn't thinking and I typed stamina. Look for the web.
Superclass Tetrapoda class Amphibia order for a sub Mesobacatry today.
Your words amuse me, Magic
Sacrophagodite.
Man.
Known locations: ice cap, tundra, subarctic, warm summer, humid continental, hot summer, humid continental, dry summer, subarctic, subpolar.
The frog.
Oh, it's a frog. It's that. Is it that frog that lives everywhere?
Literally everywhere.
Yes, it is the frog that lives literally fucking everywhere. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. All right, here. I sent the same thing. I just went in there and edited it because I just noticed that it said base stamina when it should have said base mana and base. I wasn't thinking. I was just like clickety clackety, and I typed stamina where I'm supposed to type mana.
It's like
in one of those sentences. I did the clickety clackety. Prepare for attackety. All right.
Yeah, I
Now
don't think
that's
that
out of the way.
the link changes whenever you change it.
Oh, too
So
late.
you just have to close it and
I'ma
open
do-
it again.
You know what? It's okay. You gotta be safe, Ivy. Especially in this dangerous day and age when there's no Harambe to protect us.
That's what we're gonna tell our kids.
It all,
later
dude.
down the road.
The internet's
It all
consensus
started
is
when
that
Harambe died.
yes, that is the internet's consensus. Shit started going wrong when Harambe just got shot.
That is exactly when everything started going. It was gradual at first. Nobody really noticed it. Then 2020 happened.
2020. As much as the year sucked, it was an interesting year.
But if you described
Listen-
it to somebody in the past, they'd think it was amazing. Everybody's stuck at home playing video games. Smash
But,
Brothers
like-
came out with a roster of 73 characters.
And then they added Sephiroth.
Everyone's working from home.
But,
Sounds
like-
amazing.
Speaking of, hold on, I gotta send you my favorite work from home picture ever.
Is it the one of the cat trying to hide and the person like grabbing them with tag of the visor
Nope.
over their hand, pulling them
Nope.
out?
Nope, look, I'm sending it to you. It's in shit
Oh,
posting right now.
America invades America.
Oh yeah, America invades America.
I think that's what's wrong with America is we're so fucking like everybody's angry at each other now. The instant another country starts shit with us and we go to war with it, everybody's friends again.
The
Yeah.
problem
Nobody-
is America's not really able to tell other countries how to run their government after this point, because they can just be like, listen, why don't you clean up your own act first?
We need to.
Okay.
Nobody will have the balls to, even with Biden, rest his soul, and when he's in office, nobody will have the balls to start shit because just because the top of the government isn't competent doesn't mean all of the drunk rednecks that signed up for the National Guard or the Army or the Marines are.
Yeah, I know. But it's definitely going to be a joke.
Well, you know what? They can talk about it all they want, but all right, but we've got a lot. India are like, how about England and India? It's like, listen here, England, you started a fucking war over a spice you never used in your food. France, don't even get me started on you. You invented something to kill people and used it so much that you forgot you accidentally killed the guy who made the goddamn thing. Greece, you somehow went from a fucking European superpower to asking for money from Turkey.
Fucking Turkey!
India. It's like India, you went from Hinduism, reincarnation, Bhagavad Gita, and, all of that shit with a
To
giant
tech support.
Ganeshan-looking motherfucker to being tech support for a bunch of 17-year-olds too lazy to use Google.
Pretty much.
And then you got fucking Russia. You went from one of the most feared nations in the entirety of the world as just known as the drunk stepdad of the 1930s and 80s. China, the nation that can't stop playing Jenga with itself.
It really is just on the brink of another collapse, isn't it?
It is.
It's gonna break apart
Japan,
into another 30
Japan can't say anything either. You held all of Korea, somehow lost it, and then, through some manner, you got so scrambled with nuclear radiation that you went from samurai charges and invading the world to anime and body pillows.
and people marrying their 3DSs.
Oh yeah, another one for Greece. You literally made a guy who owned all of the Middle East.
So actually, fun fact, I don't remember where I saw it, but on some nuclear warheads, army personnel who have to like protect them and stuff have gone in when they're doing maintenance and gone with like a Sharpie and written like a side effects list on the actual warhead where no one sees it, and one of the side effects is potentially causes anime.
Yeah, I've seen that.
What is it? What is it? Spain. You used to own the entirety of South America and somehow lost the keys.
I lost the keys.
Portugal.
They also owned like Portugal and Mexico too, but just decided
Portugal
they didn't
was
want them
independent.
anymore.
No, Portugal managed to hold on its own, but after a while, they did fight for independence. And then Portugal, you literally owned the entire ocean, and now you have to pay rent to America. Panama, when Panama starts talking shit, you let a bunch of white dudes split you wide open and run ships through you. Don't even give me no shit.
You don't get
Panama
trains run through you. You get ships.
Is such a sad story. It's like, we're being oppressed and we're gonna fight for our independence. Hey, these people are gonna support us. Wait a second, we're being repressed again. What the fuck?
Ugh, God, what was another one? It's Africa. You went from the Mali Empire to the where's my fucking dinner?
Where's my hut?
Oh,
Seriously.
Africa is actually decently developed now. A lot of what you see on TV is just ad porn, where they find like the forest sections, take videos.
Oh yeah, but it is developed, but that's just because the warlords realized that there was more money in selling shit to fucking Intel and them, or not Intel anymore, but like AMD and them, and Ryzen and all that. Yeah, I don't know. And the fucking Middle East. The Middle East.
It's in the middle of the East. It's gotta be important. That's why everyone's
the Middle East is
fighting
just
over it.
such an interesting
Go
fucking
get
place.
Fucked.
You went from the glorious Ottoman Empire that spanned most of the known world at the time. It was huge and lasted for. You literally lasted. Well, let's look at it this way: you went from the Ottoman Empire to the Ottoman Empire, who was the old man on the brink of falling down the fucking stairs in the 1950s. Mongolia went from the biggest known empire in history to a boat in the middle of a fucking lake manned by 25 people. That's their navy now.
Let's not forget about Egypt.
Ah, yes, Egypt. The nation that was the only nation to successfully shut the Jews the fuck up.
I think. Wait, did Egypt actually have a collapse, or did it just kind of quietly progress?
No, they had a collapse. It's called Rome.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, that's what happened.
It's called Caesar coming in.
That's what their collapse was. The Roman Empire. It's very hard to stay conscious after you get jackbooted by a bunch of fucking 5'8" pissed off Italian men. All right.
Fucking
So
Italians have this stereotype of being like pasta loving and that and like good at cooking and all this, but forget that Rome existed and they were
Literally.
Italian.
I love how
did he cut out for everybody else? Shadow?
Light's green.
I don't hear him.
All right. So now let's go ahead and get started. Otherwise, I'll sit here and be working on documents all day.
oh, you missed my joke. Damn it.
Yes, we did.
My Discord cut out as I was telling my joke. Damn it.
Yeah.
Oh, isn't
You got
that
censored.
I've been censored by the Discord overlords because I was talking shit about Mussolini.
It's okay. Discord's shut down in 20.
Every year they do that, and people
Yeah.
still believe it.
Alright,
Nick, did you see the post about Tumblr or about them getting shut down?
No, I did not.
Oh, I'll send it to him.
Okay. Before we get started, pee break.
Get your
Tea
drinks and
and
stuff.
drink break.
But yeah, it's an interesting article.
Bunketh.
Now I could keep working on the classes as we go. But I'd rather everybody get themselves settled in. Click on that link, Nick. It's an interesting article. Read.
Discord is going to be shut down on 20.
Yep.
God damn it. God damn it. I've been rickrolled.
Ivy, did you see that link?
No, I'm not sure where it is.
Oh, here you go.
I'll send it to her.
I forwarded it.
Ah.
Yeah.
Damn.
I see.
Oh.
Where's the thingy?
Me and Ivy had an interesting conversation earlier
Yeah.
about
Was that the one
shipping,
about Ivy pranking your own?
No.
Or was that the
Well,
one
yes,
about?
that. About one of Ivy's daughters, or Ivy's daughter and Alana's boy getting together.
Yeah, I told Les that I shipped them.
Yes.
Yone's daughter and Alana's boy.
Yes.
I don't think you told me that at least any time I remember.
I told you last night, I think.
Oh yeah, I see it. It was 1:35 in the morning, and I was sleepy for typing.
Bongo in the car.
You're gonna kill that child.
What?
Your son's gonna die.
Why?
Is that? What is this?
What is what?
Ed. Happy dog.
Did you see that they have another post below that?
Oh no, let me see what the other post is. While we wait for Dark to get back from their pee break.
I'm going to grab a drink while you watch that one.
Here you go. Where'd it go? I just saw the picture. Eee! Here it is. I sent it to you to Spicy Pup.
What the heck?
Okay, M return.
Welcome back.
So
There's
good.
so many memes that came out of 2 days ago.
Salted caramel.
Yep. Well, get your drinks if you guys need drinks. I'm gonna
I
go ahead
am
and go pick up some chicken nuggies, and I'll be back.
Chimknuggies. Chimknuggies.
Still
Post illegal burrito techniques.
Just thought of one.
What?
You just put everything in the center and then just pick it up like a sack.
Just pick it up like a
Just turn it into a dumpling.
Just a burrito dumpling.
Yes, a burrito
That's
dumpling.
beautiful.
Oh, you know what? Actually, I kind of want to do that now. I want to make a
I
burrito
do
pot sticker.
Yeah, where you tuck it up like that, and then you
Fry
deep
it up
fry
in the
it.
pan even. You don't have to deep fry it, just fry it in a little bit of oil. Fry it in the...
Sounds great.
Giving people to stream. We need to space this out.
if that becomes a meme, then I don't know where it came from.
What would you even call that? Burritos are already Tex-Mex. What happens when you add Asia to it?
You turn it into a bagrito.
Oh god. Ajax? Asex? Mexican?
Tex-Mex Asian. Tex-Mexian?
Chex Asian.
Call it Malaysian.
I'm sure someone in the
And
comments
unblock.
will. Oh.
I can't say this one out loud on YouTube, but I'm just gonna send it to the chat.
The shit
This one's a
posted
little
one?
spicy. Yeah.
The one that doesn't get.
This one yeah. This one's a little spicy. This one's a little spicy.
Taco block.
Oh, everybody's favorite thing about the army. Death by PowerPoint. PowerPoint slides.
Not getting any fucking alms for me, Protestant bastards.
They're making the rounds again.
I'm back.
You're not getting any alms
What?
from me, you Protestant
Are
bastards.
you getting solicited?
It's the dogs. Okay, 4 of the dogs are like the seagulls from fucking Nemo. Just mine, mine, mine. And then there's Little Bit. She's a communist. She'll share. She is a communist. She will share your food with you, but it's not hers. She won't try and hog it. She will let you eat like twice as much as like you eat 2 fries. She'll want 1. She'll let you eat 2. She'll get close, like, can I have another one? Then she'll wait. But yeah, she's a communist. Like, no, comrade, is our food. Food belongs to collective.
It's my food. I bought this. Our food.
Our food, comrade. Yeah, that's how Little Bit is. She's a communist. Anything you get it belongs to the both of you.
It's cute.
But not the other dogs.
No.
Because the other dogs are capitalists, only want for themselves.
Bourgeois.
I must defend the proletariat. Okay.
Mouth noises for the mukbang crowd.
I wanna listen to the epic rap battle of history now. No, not Ivan. Rasputin versus Stalin.
Let's go.
And then they had, what was it, Ivan the Terrible versus Alexander the Great.
Yeah, Alexander died of poison.
Everybody died except for Rasputin and I mean, fuck it, not Rasputin.
Catherine.
Yeah, Catherine.
Ivan and Catherine.
Yeah.
She was a good leader. I mean, she fucking changed the game.
Oh yeah. Poor Tsar Nicholas. Poor bastard.
Good man. He was a good man, but that wasn't the fate he was dealt. Catherine did everything in her power to bring glory back to House Romanov. Alright, get out of here, fly! I'll eat you!
Eat the mosquito.
Oh.
Take back what is yours.
It is my flesh. But yeah, we're starting now. Again. I made the character sheet. All right, there. You have what you need. Ah, fuck! I forgot to put inventory. Right. It's not weight.
Never mind. You don't have what you need because you can't.
Remember this for yourselves. Inventory, base, 120 slots. Sounds like a lot, but you guys are fucking hoarders. You managed to fill up.
Is this
I know Shadow's a fucking hoarder.
There it goes. There goes the thought. Goodbye.
I thought.
Bye.
Goodbye.
I thought
Just
maybe.
floating away.
I don't know. Maybe I can get you all to call it back. Zombie games popular. Virus causes the zombies. Virus.
Resident Evil.
That's it. Yeah. Is this Resident Evil inventory slots where we have to upgrade our briefcase, or is this Minecraft and everything stacks?
More like Minecraft.
Alright, so do we have stackable items or non-stack?
Or are certain things non-stackable?
I assume that something like swords would not be stackable.
Yeah.
But if you
Hey.
had something like shurikens, maybe that would stack.
Things that are meant to stack naturally will stack.
Like food.
Yeah, Pringles are really good at that.
Yeah. And popcorn.
Things that are meant to stack has a graphic sharpened point.
And one launcher for the cones. Just like a little paddle thing that.
So we'll make it simple like this. And more fun this way. Resident Evil style.
Resident Evil style. So nothing stacks.
Weapon. No, things can stack though.
Things get
But
stacked in
weapons-
Resident Evil.
But
Mhm.
things like weapons and armor pieces take up a set amount of slots.
Mm.
So you gotta like Jenga stuff together.
That reminds me of fucking Dungeon Siege, except nothing stacked. But there were things that were a certain shape in your inventory. Like some weapons were like essentially a Tetris 4-block thing. Others were like 2x3, that sort of thing. Some were 2x2.
Etc. Etc. Etc.
Yeah, a lot of the shields were 2x2 because they were like bucklers and stuff.
Since I'm eating, how about we start the session with you all being taken to enjoy a nice hot meal. Those of you that wanted, and the rest of you were told where to go.
Akane has already had her meal. Those crystals are fucking empty.
They're not in jail. I don't know what they're bitching about.
They're not in gay baby jail right now?
No, they're just bitching about who knows, the year. I guess they know that America can't go when we don't have any cars.
Bitching because it's year of the cow and not year.
There's
Obviously.
cow waifus.
No. Ah, yes. You're all astonished to find that this powerful mage is enjoying dipping sauce and nuggets.
He's enjoying nuggies. I don't know if Akane would find that all too astonishing. I think she'd be more interesting in what the fuck a nuggie eats.
Jim Gim Num.
Well, I can assure you that Ivy, Yon, and Masa are eating. Well, they're minding their manners, I guess you could say. Because, none of them want to be, thought of as, I guess, barbarians or whatever you would want to call it. So they're
Literally,
being polite and stuff.
literally across the room, there's a shirtless barbarian trying his damnedest to fit an entire tankard into his mouth so he can drink it like that.
he's trying to do an Ed.
I like chickens.
Seeing this, Ivy will relax a little bit and continue chowing down.
Shadow would enjoy the food.
And
I think
Ivy is going
Alana-
to think for a moment, and then she is going to get out one of her potions, and she's going to drink it. This one being the multi-boob one.
Mons was informed that he doesn't have to pay for the dinner. Oh. Ooh, what is it? Oh God, Hold on. The little. I'd like you to a little bit here. I gave her a nuggie to please her.
God,
Thank you, comrade.
the communist dog.
Yeah, because I share my food with her. She knows me. I'll share it with her because I've grown attached to her because she's I will walk in the living room, just a side note, in the mornings, and if I don't say words within the first 10 seconds, I will hear from the couch, and she's sitting there, like, wagging her tail and butt at the same time, staring at me.
It's like, oh, hey, girl.
Yeah, I have to pay attention to her, but she's adorable. Okay. But Mons realized she doesn't have to pay for the meal. Mons ordered, you see him look at the waiter and ask a question, and it doesn't sound like a joke. Do you sell? Now hear me out. I don't want ounces. I want pounds of steak. How many pounds do you want? I want 5 5-pound steaks. I don't care what the cost is. 5 5-pound steaks, medium rare, seasoned with rosemary, thyme, and some form of saffron if you can. Buttered with garlic.
55 pounds of.
That's what he wants.
Mons is a big boy.
He's a big guy. He's got a big appetite. I don't blame him a bit. And he's making me hungry. Steak is my favorite.
Surprised he's not ordering that in the bubble bass style.
No, he's too nice of a guy. He's too good of a guy.
That's just regular burger lingo. Bubble Bass wasn't being an asshole, he was just being a connoisseur.
He's being an asshole connoisseur.
Well, Mon's going to be sitting there for about an hour while they cook that much flesh.
Akane will be asking Mons what kind of art he's going to do.
I'm going to paint a commemorative portrait first of War Base. And I'm going to frame it and put it on my wall.
Ah, that's awfully sweet.
Yep. I'm a gentle soul.
I'm gonna miss my psychic.
Well, there's a small other one over there.
Yeah, but like, small.
No!
The other one was tall, dark, and handsome.
Oh, well, excuse me for, not being freakishly elongated. Ivy, don't you say a fucking word.
The Ivy is going to stuff more food in her face.
Sorry, short stuff. I'm not into people that are the same size as me.
Yeah, you keep fucking with me. I'll show you why I'm not the same size as you.
Akane, please behave.
Ooh, he's fiery.
So feisty. Little firecracker.
Yeah, well, you know what? You're correct. I have a temperament.
That Alana probably wouldn't be there because she went off with the other guy to go see Vishra.
Oh, he's still sitting right there eating.
Oh yeah.
Alana has been set to follow mode. Just standing behind the chair, staring.
If they haven't left it yet, she'd be eating.
You've been offered to eat whatever get whatever you want for food.
So
Alana would ask if they had shepherd's pie.
Oh, I got it.
Made with actual shepherds?
But they do have a, suppose we have a few of the, Highlander dishes. It is, I don't know what to call it exactly, but it has this weird, it's like a lot of vegetables and potatoes with some meat, a little bit of gravies and cheeses, some biscuit strips, and it's baked in a sort of, bun that is made out of a barley wheat or some kind of thing.
Cottage pie?
as they bake it. Something like that. I don't
I'll
know if
take
we
one of
have
those.
shepherd's pie exactly.
Yeah, I'll take one of those, please.
Ring?
Just some water, please.
Yo, Ambulaxia. Pick a
What?
fucking flavor.
Flavor of water.
Flavor.
Do you want
Flavor.
Irish spring water? Do you want hyper filtered water?
What do you mean flavor?
One time. Apple, lemon, excuse me, citron, mong. There's a couple of mong water.
Apple, please.
Alright, apple. Iced, chilled, hot water.
Chilled, please.
Salted. Well, that's what Gatorade is. Salted water. That's what electrolytes are.
Okay.
Just-
I'm assuming that Ivy and Masa and them have just been eating from the platter of chicken nuggets that was technically for Sebastian, but he hasn't said anything. People have been snacking on
I
it.
thought there was like a bunch of stuff ready.
No, you order your own. Order whatever you want, or just
Oh.
eat his nuggets. He doesn't care.
Well, in that case, Ivy's definitely gonna go for steak. Because Mons mentioned steak, and she's like, "Hell yeah!"
After hearing
Mental
about
steak?
the water, Anne is citron flavored water steaming hot with
Even
so,
if that's just in the background, a rude Akane just speaking up, and he's still. What would you want? Type of meat, you know. Would you like me to list a couple of the common ones that everybody likes?
actually, one that I'm fairly fond of that I haven't had in a long time is a filet mignon.
Oh, okay. Oh, filet mignon style. But animal cut. Standard bovine,
Yes,
poultry.
standard bovine is perfectly fine.
Oh, so you're not one of the ones that's willing to try a dragon steak while it's in.
Shadow dragon steak?
Hold on a moment.
Oh, that reminds me. Has
Sorry.
the world changed Shadow's body yet, or is he still alien?
He hasn't really noticed it, but it's slowly been shaping him into a dragonkin. We're taking the same colors, but all intents and purposes, he's looking normal. By the way, as you look at the actual provided menus, which are just very thin sheets of wood with looks like inscriptions on them, you can't read shit until you blink a few times, and then you can see like a little tiny hovering subtitle of what the word is.
That's a little funky.
So Ivy's gonna respond. Well, I think bovine will do. I'm not sure if I feel properly eating dragon, especially since more of my children have dragon.
I understand. Emotional thing. Rare, well done.
Medium. I like medium.
Medium. Any vegetables that you wanted grilled with? Onion. Squash.
I like it with onion.
Butter. Lots of butter.
Citron one sounds good to me. Chilled.
Anyone want any alcohol while I'm here? Oh, no, okay.
Yes, please.
What kind?
What kind you got?
What kind? Sebastian will chime in. You're in Bolexia. You do not ask what kind do you have. You just choose a flavor.
Whatever you want, they probably have it.
Some whiskey, please.
All right. Made of what?
Say that again. My Discord stopped for a second.
Made of what? Many kinds of them. Honey, sweetheart, things like that. Little bit of
Honey.
stoutness. Okay, honey. Clove or a very famous honey, citron honey. Everyone likes citron for some reason.
Give citron a try.
Food?
I'm feeling adventurous today. I would like to try the dragon steak.
Very bold move of you eating one of your kind.
Well, what do you mean, one of my kind?
There's not even a word. Just Sebastian will just hold his hand up, and you can see a little mirror just kind of into existence. And it has the words inscribed on it, "Don't panic."
Shadow's gonna
But-
take a look at himself in the mirror.
You look like... You still have the same coloration and everything. Same eyes, hair, all that.
Mhm.
But you look like a little dragon. You kind of look like Neert in shape and everything, but with your colors.
But what? What happened? Not again. He's gonna kind of touch his face. What happened?
Are we gonna
I swear I
have to
didn't
get
even
his
forget.
chest stapled closed again?
Be fine.
Please no.
Dragon steak? Right. I'm supposed to inform you. Policy. Depending on the quality, not quality, excellent quality, rarity that you should cook, in chances of foodborne illnesses increases. So if you get anything below the well done, or the well, I have to tell you that, even though as adults, I think you should always know that if you eat something that's raw, you're going to get sick, maybe. Quality, by the way. You want rare?
And I would like it cooked medium rare.
Okay.
And out of character question: is Berlexia more like France? Such.
It's a little like France, and a little like Louisiana.
So, if
So,
I said
it's
merci,
Louisiana.
they wouldn't understand, or would they?
No, it's like they wouldn't understand.
Okay.
The only reason you understand them now is because English is close enough to the common speech that all humans share. Even though technically they're supposed to be Ilva-Romanan because it's the closest to English that you can get. Okay. Well,
Shadow's just gonna kind of keep touching his face and his arms. When did this happen?
your waiter has left. And-
Like 10 seconds after we got here?
Yeah, honestly, I thought we all thought that it was by now. No,
Looks kind of painful.
It is quite a
Shut up.
painless experience, actually. The world is, how you say, adapting you to fit its purposes.
Hmm.
Because
By
of
the
that,
way,
All these purposes?
oh,
Wait,
Because
existence
xenomorphs
has
don't-
meaning here?
yep.
because xenomorphs don't exist in this world.
honestly, I think it's an improvement. I've always liked dragons a lot more.
They are
Yeah.
considered to be very handsome and symbols of virility in some demi-human culture.
By the way, did you get that? I had said that Ivy had taken her first potion.
I
It was
did.
about the time you got called out of the room.
Do not worry. Fuck. Okay. I did, and I was gonna wait till your state got there for it to inconvenience you. It'll happen. Don't worry, Ivy.
Okay, I just wasn't sure if you'd heard me or not because you had to rush out of the room or something.
No, they rushed in here, and then the dog ran in here, so I gave her a nugget.
Oh, okay. Okie dokie, then I'm not concerned.
Everyone has a polite dinner except Ivy, who's gets interrupted mid-bite of a piece of her steak by her boobs knocking out of her hand.
Like, well, that was a lot faster than I expected.
Everyone just kind of looking curiously. Glycal.
Who's Glycal sitting beside?
He's sitting beside Ivy because he's going to stay close to his friend.
She's
That was the
going to
first person.
adjust her clothing somewhat so that it fits better.
See that every day.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. I have not seen someone grow, every day.
I have seen it at least 4 or 5 times this week.
This is gonna be an interesting trip.
Where do you plan to go and live yourself?
Myself, I was thinking honestly about trying to join up with the Stonebreaker mining company. If they're accepting new members.
Probably. But you're not going to be anywhere where civilization is like this.
That's fine.
You say it's fine now. You go outside and then suddenly there's a really, really pissed off wildebeest.
Wildebeest?
Think of it like a lizard with 6 legs. That's bigger than most horses.
Huh. Interesting.
And sometimes breathes acid. Spits. Spews.
Lovely.
Like a gout.
No, please. Describing the acid.
Alana, I plan on, if she will allow it, staying with Janaya and working at her bar.
Oh shit. Free labor's free labor.
Well, you're stuck with me.
No, that's what the barbs are for. Yeah, wait. Fascinating. It's amazing, really. Chicken. Such a stupid animal. Serves a purpose. Being good to eat.
Better if they were dinosaur shaped.
What is a dinosaur?
Well,
I know what a dinosaur is. I'm a fucking mage lord.
uh,
Would you like to see my level?
sure.
I admit I'm very curious.
Do you have any familiarity how that twitch in your eye works?
I do. I spent some time here, and so Ivy's going to try and work it again.
It is very simple, as you remember. A good, just simple, gentle swipe up to bring it up, and you swipe through the menus left to right, and you swipe it down to close it.
I like that.
Shadow's gonna try and copy what Ivy's doing to see if it'll work.
You actually smack yourself in the eye.
Just-
He'll look at me, and he'll look at Shadow, and he'll raise his left hand. Left hand. This is the one that everyone uses. The world recognizes this. Left hand. We get up. At least a foot away from your chest. This. Like a mantis. Gently flick it up. Only use 2 fingers, just like a casual motion. It'll understand. It'll bring the menu up.
Shadow's gonna bring his hand up and use 2 fingers to kind of flick up.
You get the menu. Holy shit, you can see your name, your age, what race you are. It says Dragonkin. Your class, which you don't have, your exact height and weight. And you also see, curiously, you see strength, dexterity, intelligence, wisdom, charisma, endurance,
Oh.
constitution, will, and agility. And they're all blank currently.
Barometric stuff.
Yes, there is actually a vitals page where all of your health information is.
Cute.
That's awesome.
Is there a counter counting down?
What?
You're not sure.
Oh, wait. Did I? I guess we never did discuss that with you, huh?
No.
So, like, every creature on planet Earth basically gets approximately 3 million heartbeats before they die, on average.
Oh.
There are some exceptions, but, yeah.
What about that raid bar that...
No, this isn't a game feature. That's like an actual, like, real-life thing.
Yeah, I
Yep.
know.
But he's referring to the raid bar that he had seen.
That only he could see. Only Shadow could see.
Oh, well, you'll have to come back to Earth to see that again.
Okay.
You also see a very interesting screen. You see a party screen that has all of you in it. You see Gloria, who's probably the most shocking level currently at 126.
Oh.
Just bouncing up and down.
She's just bouncing up and down in her seat or something.
Yeah, just bouncing up and down, and she's just sitting there. She had ordered sweets for a meal instead, so she has one of the, what they call the colossal cookies.
Ooh. Does it come with ice cream?
I
It
could
comes with
I
a
was not,
nice layer of ice cream.
see why I was not going to win that fight against you, Gloria.
I'm strong as fuck, boy.
Yes, you are.
He can probably also see Yons if she's right next to Gloria, I'm sure. And that would be 97.
All right. Special exception on here for me, and you'll get a little ting in the corner of your eye, letting you know that somebody just joined your party. Ivy would have had to have accepted it because Ivy's technically been made party lead.
So yeah, maybe would have done that.
Now you see a long name, Sebastian Alebasta Lizo. It goes. You can't see any more than that. It cuts off at the Lizo.
It's like those assholes with so many degrees that they have the entire fucking alphabet after their name.
Now, Sebastian will scoot closer and just lean in. He'll just very casually, just like head to head with you, but you can't actually see his own UI that he is looking at, despite him having his head against yours. He also can't interact with yours himself, no matter how close his hand gets. See somebody's information, you will click on them and inspect.
Shadow's gonna click on Sebastian's name and inspect.
You can't see anything other than his name and his level. Everything else has question marks. The only thing that you can tell is what he looks like. You can see that he's a tall, lanky mage. Has a very pretty, like a very pretty onyx, almost black colored hair. Got his fancy clothes. And you can see the level of 3,300.
Oh, oh, Jesus.
Special exception, mind you. The maximum level most people are is 1,000.
Interesting. So, note taken. Don't piss anybody off.
Yeah. It's anybody off. You never know what level they could be. I mean, I know everybody's level, but still.
Most of my stuff's black.
Well, that's because you don't have any property. You don't exist currently because you haven't filled out your stats because it hasn't calculated them yet.
So it'll just
It'll
automatically
likely fill
calculate them.
in.
So do it on its own.
Shadow's gonna exit that menu and he's gonna see if he can find an inventory screen.
There's an inventory screen. And
He's gonna.
the entire screen, just you see a total of 120 spaces because it even has the, the 60 by 60 along the grid. And you do math. Right now, all of your belongings are currently kind of stacking up in there like a bunch of puzzle pieces.
Oh, that's gonna annoy me. I'm gonna have to organize and rearrange stuff later.
Weapons and armor, they do not stack, obviously, because armor pieces. You ever try to stack two breastplates? Just it's weird, and you have to stack them vertically like you're stacking a bunch of bolts. Things that will stack is materials, components, things like that you would use for minor things. Some consumables will stack. Potions, usable, like basically anything that isn't on its own. A large object that would require. Think of it like this. I call it the bag rule. If you can logically fit it inside of a bag somehow, it will stack. If it's
Okay.
something that you have fit in a bag, but it's putting a hole in the bag from half of it stabbing through it, it will not stack.
See, I've got sword, my armor from Janai,
Mhm.
my clothes. Oh, hey, I've
Mhm.
still got my vape. Okay,
Yeah,
and he's gonna just exit all the menus. That's interesting. I'm gonna have to fiddle with that later.
you can change the color for what that's worth. People apparently like to do that.
I will look into that later, but for now, I'm going to enjoy my steak.
Now, this I assume for you is like a what was the traveler? He called it a gam. To us, it is our real life. This is no more different to breezing or fucking a hooker to us.
Yeah,
It's normal.
You do get more used to it the more time you spend with it.
Yes, if your friend here has spent time like she says she has, then it's probably second nature to have it back.
It's refreshing.
Very nice to have everything organized neatly, isn't it?
Yes, instead of having to carry it all around in a bag, all
I
jumbled up
know.
and falling over itself.
Only peasants resort to physically carrying the items.
so is there a way to like lock items into your inventory so you don't accidentally get rid of it?
Yeah, just bring your menu up, navigate to it. You're going to hold on to it, and you will see a little symbol for a locking clasp.
Okay.
Be warned though, items that are locked in your inventory have to be unlocked to be equipped. It literally locks them in place in your inventory so they cannot go anywhere.
Ah,
So,
There's some pros and some cons to the system.
so it can't
just
be
like anything
pickpocketed.
else.
Exactly. If it's locked, if you try to pickpocket it from somebody and it's a locked item, you will pull on it and they will very much notice. It will throw up alerts that somebody's touching your locked things. And you can imagine, it's like if you were to try and pickpocket somebody's leg from them when they're walking, and you think, eh, and then, what the hell are you doing?
Casually steals by her heart.
casually steal giant toe.
All right. Mons has gotten his 25 pounds of steak, stacked them together, and has begun eating them like a sandwich.
Excuse me. How does the dragon steak taste?
It's
Like
dragon.
shame, but also it's really good, and you can't stop eating it, but you feel horrible for eating it.
Think of it as a power move, asserting dominance.
Well then, it's not uncommon for people to cry when they eat a dragon steak, realizing that it's a extant species. It's a endangered species.
Oh.
Oh,
Well, endangered to our knowledge. I personally can tell you that they're not endangered, so do not worry. They're everywhere. It's just they don't come from the areas that much because of the fact that they try to stay away from human pollution. People are everywhere,
I
and
wonder
they're very
why.
good at killing him.
Hang on. My headphones came unplugged.
Anyways, well, he'll continue to explain minor things, how the inventory system works, which you now know most of it. He also explains that you can purchase things like tool belts. There's also a
To
spot that will
expand
pop
your
up in
inventory?
UI for a tool. Basically, quick slots.
Oh.
They can be easily accessed.
So how
You
many
can't lock things with tool belts, however.
What?
equations
In a tool belt,
on a character?
on a character, there are 2 hands for weapons. So you have hands, you have feet, you have a chest, you have a helmet, you have bracelets, you have 10 fingers, so 10 rings. You have
Yay.
the ability to support up to 3 necklaces, because that's my personal limit, is about, it gets uncomfy after you wear like 3 necklaces.
Yeah.
So that's what I based it off of.
Or just
And you
one
can
really
wear
big necklace.
you can wear technically as many belts as you want, but you only have 1 belt slot around your waist.
Jesus, Cap.
Just
Hold
be
on.
like Jinx and
Basically,
wear
you
all
have
the
an
belt.
have an entire thing. For like over armor, you have breastplate, you have gauntlets, and sabatons, greaves, pauldrons, all of that, and codpiece if needed. You have you have the underclothing, which is where you would put pretty much anything else. Underclothing can be chainmail, obviously, or it can just be casual clothes that you wear and accessories.
On a suit of armor, then gambeson, chainmail, like 3 different armor types.
Yeah, that's 3 different armor types, and that's why there's.
You
Well,
do
technically,
that
it's
in the
under
base
over
game
armor.
too, by the way. It's just never explicitly stated.
Yeah, because it's also a pain in the ass. Like, hold on, let me spend 40 minutes putting on my armor.
I have to doff my armor. I need assistance.
Yeah, but
This is why I
there
sleep
is-
in my armor. It's not because I'm paranoid.
It's not because
Because
I'm paranoid, it's because I'm lazy.
It takes 2 hours.
It takes 2 hours to put this shit on.
for the sake of how their world works, you will not individually be equipping the armor pieces of your legs and arms. That comes in the form of the arm pieces and the leg pieces.
Okay,
But
so
yeah,
they're
you have
just
basically the arm
automatically
pieces.
paired.
Well, yeah, because it's just that much easier. I know you guys. You could lose an entire suit of armor, let alone increments of said armor.
Has anyone seen my left pauldron? Is it by my
Wait,
right
hold on.
bracer?
I
No.
lost a finger.
How did I
Joke about
lose the middle knuckle of my ring finger's gauntlet? Do you take it?
Yeah, see? This is why I made it so it's the arms and the legs are just one whole piece, even though they're I know they're historically not. Type somewhere else. Type in a forum where I give a shit.
Which is not here.
You are a fool if you think I will give you a single one of my fucks.
I only have one
Behold my
fuck, and I'm
field of
gonna
fuck.
give it to
See how
someone
are you
special.
faring?
But yes. All right. For those of you that might need to know, Mon's finally done. Is just gonna eat the bone.
Just garbage.
Well, your classes. We'll have to establish what you have over the course of however many days. Will take you a while, mind you. Quite simple.
Kana's
Usually you choose. Yes,
have to take tests for classes.
all classes require a simple placement test. Most of them are simply ceremonial. However, when it comes to your evolutions of that class, those are not ceremonial. They are very intensive and very difficult and take a while.
Naturally.
Oh, speaking thereof, and he'll point to a very scary-looking gentleman who just kind of walks in, and you can tell they have a custom armor job. It looks functional yet fancy. They have a very large flamberge on their back. And let us stop for a moment and kind of tip their head down, the face covered by their helmet. That is a blade lord. Never fight them.
I assume extremely dangerous.
That is what happens when you are so good at cutting things with a sword that you can just basically use any sword. Any sword that has two edges. I don't know the rules on that one. Just they don't seem to be very confident in the same manner with like a single-edged sword, but double-edged swords are a remarkable skill. I have seen one blade lord kill an entire group of men with a very large sword. It's not. I was going to say something like with a stool. It's a large sword. Very simple. They're dangerous though. Means they've survived long enough to get through the trials becoming a blade lord. Seen a few of the and I am a mage lord as we are called, which is a whole other bag of worms. Don't have time to waste though. There's a harbor. Well, actually, to the harbor for all of you that are going to go try and find out where you wish to live, or to go to Ildamar, or as everyone calls it, the Bangladesh province. But the young one here, she was wanting to see her town. She had to go with me because we're going westwardly, not westwardly. Are we going west? Hold on, what is it going, please? Yes, we're going west, and you'll be traveling eastern to get to where you need to go. I have no idea. I think he means est and west.
Shadow. Oh god. That's what they were.
Are you sure you don't mean like southwest?
It's different pronunciation in this one, Mons.
Oh,
It's
So-
north, east, south, and west.
So, like, the first letters flipped around or something?
Essentially.
what kind of idiot would name it like that?
The planet would be upside down if you like that.
You don't flip a
Nope.
planet upside down. You'd notice.
Well, think of it as an upside down planet. Then
Well, then why aren't we on the ceiling?
I'll never be able to look at a map here the same.
Oh, well, at least being a painter doesn't require me to learn directions.
Asks you map.
Well, then they can go to a cartographer.
I was about to say the same thing, actually.
You can go pay somebody that's actually paid to make maps.
Yeah, I could see you painting an entire picture and leave space for a photographer. You paint that part.
Could paint that part and kiss my ass. This has been enlightening, but Sebastian will stand up. Come along, I will take you to the harbor, and where your guys shall be waiting. Don't worry, they are from Ivor Romana, so their accent isn't as atrociously thick or just atrocious as mine.
I
So-
like it.
So, out of curiosity, after
Mhm.
that potion, did the effects just happen immediately, as opposed to gradually as they were in the other place?
Yeah, the world's like, I don't have time for your shit. You get now.
You get a third tit
It's
now.
me time. Yeah, that's
So
how the
that
world
was-
is.
Kaboo.
That was multi-breast potion. How many did you end up?
6 in total, or 3 rows.
Okay,
Mm.
You didn't end up with an odd number.
no, the way it was designed was in order to make an even number.
Gloria just honk.
So Ivy's gonna snicker a little bit. And so on the way down, she's going to take her potion. Her other potion, it's the one to just make them bigger.
Ah.
She wanted to get that out of the way now that she's in a nice, safe place.
What
And
is your
she knows
size right now?
What's that?
What's your bra size?
Let me scroll up. It's all the way at the top of my sheet.
I don't know.
H cup.
Haven't
for
been
the
to a
main one.
department store. Sizing.
Let's see. Well, you go up, funny enough, because of where you are. You only go up technically what's one size, but it'd be 4 us sizes.
Interesting.
It's worth noting that most women you pass by here do have what you can assess to be nothing smaller than you're guessing an E.
Damn.
God
Interesting.
damn.
We accidentally ended on Taurus.
Anna's gonna
Tavros.
feel small.
Are we on New Tavros right now?
You'll walk casually, enjoying the sights. And it's a very pretty city. It's honestly where you are currently. This is a very big city, and has a very pretty architecture. It does look like a sort of like a New World French Renaissance kind of style to the buildings.
Got that.
Everyone does seem to have what looks like
Sounds pretty pretty.
their clothing choices are. They're not wearing gowns. A lot of them are wearing like almost somewhat functional. How's the way to describe this? They're wearing somewhat casual but functional. What are they called?
Business casual.
Two. No, one-piece suits. I mean they aren't. They're like very
Beaters?
fashionably made.
Overalls and stuff. Well, they're
Stuff-
suits, so it's not really overall.
Regardless,
Okay,
it's a
bog
very
pants.
interesting art dressing style that you've never seen. Is it one pieces or it's like a pantsuit, but it's not ugly. Seems to be
I'm
the
just
common dress here.
imagining Swamp Weed.
Imagine whatever you want. It's theater of the mind.
Some of them I'm imagining they have kind of like rompers on.
I mean, this is one of the freer cities, so chance of that. All of the fucking roads are paved, and it's nice. Though you do have to walk on the sidewalk because there are a lot of carriages here. There also does seem to be a very active presence of the guard here. They have that same sort of ebony colored armor, and they are walking everywhere. You're able to see their levels. All these guards are at least level 60 or 70. Can't really tell their
Nice.
names, though.
Would imagine so.
Feels kind of nice, though, to know that there's a lot of guards keeping you safe right now. There also seems to be what looks like prisoners in chain gangs on the street cleaning up, you know, mess. Sebastian doesn't even make a comment on it. He's used to it. But hey, I mean, penal colonies teach people.
Yeah.
It's very obvious this is a wealthy town. There's a very large market at which you're not allowed to go to. Mostly because anybody that takes them too long to stop and look gets a basically what you could describe as a magical hand just kind of grabbing at the scruff of your chin.
It's like,
Well,
come this way.
I'm coming.
You finally will come upon the harbor, and that is where your guide will stop at the end of the dock. Oh, dislodge ship, and he'll actually gesture to a very large trading ship. This one will be making its stops around other parts of Galaxia, but they will also stop at Ilha Romana, then Amantia. You can choose to live where you wish, obviously. It will be in port for 3 days while it unloads and everyone has their shore leave. And there's that one, and I'll point to the schooner. That is the only one that was willing currently today to go to Ile de Mar, which is technically the only place with a solid port in all of the Brugadish province. So anyone that wants to go there, it can hold a total of 30 people, and I think there's only 12 people on the crew, so you should be good. But large luxury trading ship. I had these arranged mostly because these both belong to the crown.
Sorry about the
Nice.
whole accidentally coming into the throne room portal thing, giving everybody a
Fine.
scare.
Oh, it's my job. The order of the Mage Lord's duty is to remain vigilant and resolute in the defense of the realm against magics, both foreign and domestic. So do not worry. So, I don't know if it's foreign magic or if it is extra foreign magic because it comes from outside of the realm. Regardless, I cannot give you anything more than, well, the coin bags that will be provided by your escorts. They will have enough coinage to rent you off of a few rooms. A couple hundred iron coins. Due to the ongoing war effort preparations, the crown is not allowed to spare anymore, especially to people of not to be like an asshole, but little importance.
Fair enough.
Hey,
Oh yes, so are the Yavadians that are currently finding their ways to the food kitchens. Well,
There's always someone worse off than we are.
especially
So-
considering that there is entire country currently engulfed in a civil war.
It's always rough.
It's very rough when your brothers kill your brothers. In humans, Jaronkin, other creature, and he'll look at Mons. Giant man. Bid you farewell. As they often say in Berlaxia, Ebontu mon ami. Farewell. And he just kind of leaves. Except
Alana,
he will
am I
take
still
Alana
following
with
you
him.
then? Yeah.
Keep up,
She's
though.
gonna give
Keep up
Janaya
on the-
another hug. I'll see you at your tavern. I'm done visiting the restaurant.
Okay. Keep up. If you trip up on the hills, I will leave you in the desert. There's a
Alana
small
will let go
desert.
and go catch up with him.
A small desert. A few miles wide, of course. And between here and Vistra. Yes, you'll be going down the road. Oof. That leads past the mountain mine. You can see that large mountain off to the yonder side of you. With the general-ish map I provided, though that's subject to a lot of change. Something I whipped up in like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, so I was proud of it.
Okay.
Hey, we got
We got more than 2 minutes. It's Friday. We go. Alright. Oh well.
we don't do the offset time thing. Extend.
Oh, so it's 5 and 5. 5 today, 5 Sunday. You're right. I can go a little bit longer for everybody to at least understand or ask questions.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna have a couple of growing pains for sessions, and I feel like we're gonna
Yeah.
get the majority of questions hammered out next session. We'll have our character set up and are like getting everything by everyone.
Yeah, now the question is, are you going to want the setting to be shortly after the arrival and the settling of your current characters, or do you want it to be much down the road when everybody's settled nicely into their own little life?
Maybe. I mean, 'cause goals are much constant.
Okay, but like the characters you play next, because it could be a couple months after, or it could be 20 years after you guys got here and became background characters in the universe.
I'm okay
do you
with
think,
it being a significant amount of time later.
Is that because you want to play one of your children?
No, but I'm still considering it, but I'm thinking I'd probably either create a new one or adapt one of my other characters in.
I
Well,
thought about bringing in the war bunny. I don't want to go.
the beautiful thing about it is you'll also help me decide what you're going to be doing for this campaign. If you actually. And the lore as to why you're all together, quite simple. There is an adventurers guild, a professional association that deals with pairing adventurers up to complete tasks and then splitting the monetary gain amongst those adventurers. They
You're
used
a
to let
healer,
them
are you? Those are in short supply. Good luck.
It used to be that the Adventurers Guild, a couple decades ago, would just let the adventurers
Pick and
deal with
choose amongst
themselves. Well, not really pick and choose amongst themselves, but deal with their monetization, the money themselves. But a lot of disputes and fights on the guild grounds between lower level adventurers who had tagged along with osmium level adventurers who did all of the work, or sometimes did none of the work because it was beneath them, taking the lion's share, so on and so forth. Exception was taken of that many times. Property was destroyed. So now it is a mandate of that everybody splits the shares equally, regardless of work put in, and any equipment cost destroyed while achieving the job can be filed to be replaced by the guild. Any equipment cost that can't be proven to be destroyed, should I say, or can't proven to have been destroyed, however, while achieving the job, cannot be put in. I.e., if you stupid is as stupid does, you broke it, you buy it.
Sounds fair enough.
And don't fuck with the Adventurers Guild, whatever you do. You want to talk about powerful people? The two most powerful businesses in the game are the Adventurers Guild and the Mercantile Association.
Billy! He fought a bear!
Let me tell you about
Poor.
Tar Boy.
I will always love Jax. Poor.
Poor. I think it's gonna be
Glory. What is it?
I think it's going to be interesting with Alana becoming a barmaid or whatever at Jania's bar, and then
Shit.
Shadow joining along with the Stonebreaker mining company.
If Hakon decides to let him in.
Yeah,
Mm.
if Hakon lets him in.
Kevin's been slowly getting turned into a Vipera and he doesn't even know it.
Of a what?
A Vipera. It's the demi-human
Snake.
serpent. He'll basically retain a lot of his stuff. He'll be slightly taller, but he'll have human and snake features.
They have
including
leggies.
Yes, he'll have legs covered in scales.
Yeah, he's just gonna be like, one day he's just gonna look down and be like, wait a minute, where did these come from?
Wait a second.
Legs.
Legs!
Like, I got leggies!
But then he won't be able to pile of.
Maybe. The world has to do things so it can recognize you people. This world is much more assertive than most of them. It's you operate under its standards or you don't operate at all.
Fair enough.
This is the world moderator.
I will not be trying to fight against a planet's will. That usually ends up in death. Or worse.
Yes. Hard to think that Drake. Okay, Drake doesn't come off as it, but technically, because he was a Chevalier, they're like if you cross Knights with the CIA.
Secret police knights.
Yeah, basically that's what Chevaliers are. Is they're espionage. Their whole thing is they are espionage and extremely trained warriors. Yep.
Silent Crusades.
There is a class that is a derivative of the clergyman known as the Crusader.
Of course there is.
Oh, the Emperor!
But wouldn't a crusader just be in?
Oh no, these are interesting Crusaders. The clergyman has basically two evolutions. It goes from clergyman to hold on.
Yeah, I like this class. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm adjusting my blanket. Don't knock me.
The class of you have access to the great mighty and Lem.
Who on a stick?
It goes so branching paths, clergyman, paladin, crusader. Crusaders are basically the paladin on steroids. Then the other path, it goes clergyman, priest, and then exorcist.
Oh,
Now, the
okay,
exorcist
so
is an interesting mix. It's like if you took a priest and mixed a little bit of a monk in with them.
So the path is either crusade against people, crusade against.
Yep.
I banish you with my fist.
Either way, something's getting crusaded. For Jerusalem or for the church. Well, both are for the church. You either shout for Jerusalem or get out of said Jerusalem.
I banish you from Jerusalem.
It goes from for Jerusalem to Satan, I rebuke you with all the might of Jerusalem.
Nice.
Get out of Jerusalem. But I'm a Jew. I said get out.
Yeah. In this world, exorcist is technically what Judas is.
Ah,
Oh, that is right. We'll get to see him again.
Actually, no, you
No?
won't. Nobody's seen Judas in fucking 8 years.
Oh,
Judas went on a pilgrimage.
we get to see Richter.
Richter's there helping run the blacksmithing part of Janiah's bar. Because that's what's been going on. Janiah disappeared, and they all thought it was kind of fun, and then they all started panicking because there's no Janiah, i.e. there's no adult to pay the bills. So they started running the bar with her gone and doing
God.
everything they can to try and keep it afloat. And since she has still had orders for smitheries, Richter doesn't know how to blacksmith. He's good at building magical technology. He's not good at smithing.
He's
So
good
he
at
just-
Magitech, but he can't
so-
smith a
Yeah, so instead, because he's a Magitech engineer, he just engineered his way around it and made a fucking sword press, axe press, hammer press, dagger press, shield press, and armor press.
She's about to throw a fit when she gets
Oh
back.
god, yeah, when she finds out, she's gonna probably murder Richter because pressed weaponry and armor is disgusting to her.
Yeah.
I can imagine that it throws off the pattern of so much.
Yeah. He also basically turned his mech into a golem.
Oh,
It's
the
got
bus.
a
The bus lives, literally.
yes, the remnants of the bus literally live with its weird triangular shaped limbs and such as a smaller. He shrunk it down a little bit, but it's still imposing. It's like an 8-foot tall machine, and it's part of the. It's literally head of the complaint department, and it will actually sit people down and ask them what their complaint is because he may or may not have captured an Atronach and put its soul into it.
Oh my god, it's
Do you think it'll
Old.
remember Shadow when it was destroyed?
Better hope it doesn't remember Shadow.
I hope not.
does
The
Shadow
reason I
remember
blew
Shadow?
up.
Ah, yes. Me leaves the room. My brain. Does the other side of this door even exist?
Just-
Or is it just all procedurally generated as I walk through?
that's some accurate fucking procedural generation to get the same result every time you open the fridge.
Mhm.
No, because every time you open the fridge, something goes missing and you don't know where the fuck it went because you ate it.
Yeah, dude, it went into somebody's. No, it went into either my dad's, mine, or my mom's stomach. That's where all the food goes.
Look,
By the way, you
every
can stop
time
recording.
every time I open the fridge, my standards get a little bit lower, so eventually I'll eat something.
Maybe that's a human checkpoint. You just open the fridge when you open the fridge and forget what you were going in for and close it again.
No, I think the checkpoint is when you go to sleep.
Oh god, yeah, don't go like RE0 style. Ugh,
Typewriters.
no RE0.
Oh,
Oh yeah, no, or he dies and wakes up
yeah.
at basically his spawn point every fucking time. And he's died a lot of horrible fucking ways. Alternatively, when it comes to Konosuba, Kazuma best girl. Fuck you, he is the best girl.
I found an
Oh.
interesting anime.
I just remembered, since we're talking about classes still, sort of.
Mhm.
What about a mime class
No.
where they can mirror exactly what a target is doing?
No.
No?
No, not right now. We'll save it.
Like, oh, we'll put a pin in it.
We
Voodoo.
need a bunch of yes, voodoo. We need a bunch
Put a
of con-
peen in it.
Listen, I'm already okay. So variations of basic classes you're already getting is shit like the Summoner, an entirely new level of mage that requires you to make contracts with otherworldly beings, and you basically get to play literal Pokemon with powerful spirits. And then the Transformation Mage, which isn't like what you guys usually use it for. It's what Ivy somewhat thought about using for, but where you can literally transform in any creature that you have a vast enough understanding about and utilize their abilities.
Oh, it's like
Just Savians.
druid magic without needing to kill trees to do it.
Yeah, and it's more badass because druids are limited to natural creatures. If you have a complex understanding of a arch fiend from this world, you can fucking turn into him with all of the bells and whistles, save for any of the like super demonic powers and shit. But you'll still have the strength, the durability, the ability to breathe hellfire.
Yeah, take that, Mother Nature. I always knew she was a bitch. Shut up, bitch. I hear you thundering out there.
Dark talking shit to a hurricane.
Yeah, there's a hurricane. Talk about it. They don't bring it up on the news anymore because anything under a Cat 1 is like, oh well, whatever. But seriously, the wind is going sideways.
That is generally what wind does.
Okay, but when it's taking the car with it.
Yeah, there you go. Anyway, I
When
think
someone gets hit
I
in the
need to
face
make
by
a
a stop
Western
sign.
stop, and so I shall return in a moment.
We shall be here, friend. Possibly.
Okay, well,
Oh, did you already finish recording?
I just hit the stop button.